Hey there, and welcome back. This is part 2 of my Intro to Craps series. If you're new to craps and haven't watched part 1, I recommend stopping this video and going back and check out my part 1 of Intro to Craps. If you're all caught up and ready to learn the different bets on the craps table, let's jump in. Alright, time for the fun stuff. Let's take a detailed look at the basic craps table layout. Some casinos will sometimes offer a few more specialty bets, but we'll focus on the common layout for now. Looks complicated, right? Well, the left half and the right half are the exact same bets, but you just bet your chips in front of you, depending on where you're standing at the table, so we can reduce this down. Okay, the most common bet you'll probably at least make is the pass line. When the puck is off, which means it is the beginning of a new shooter or no number is set yet, this is called coming out or the come out roll. On a come out roll, the pass line bet will win with the roll of a 7 or 11, but will lose with the craps number, which is 2, 3, or 12. So on the come out, when any other number is thrown, which is 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, then that number is now known as the point. And the puck is then flipped over to the on position and placed onto the number, located at the top near the dealer. Now that there is a number and the puck is on, the main objective for the shooter is to roll that same number again before he rolls a 7. If they roll the point, which is the same number again, then your pass line bet wins. It's a 1-to-1 payout. So if you had a $5 bet, the dealer will place another $5 chip down next to your original bet, and that's your winnings. And you can take your winnings and bet down at that point. But if they roll a 7, also known as a 7 out, then that shooter's turn is over and you lose your pass line bet, along with all your other bets, and the game is over. The puck is put back into the off position, and the next person around the table going clockwise direction gets the opportunity to shoot now. Also, this pass line bet, it's the only bet on the table that once you put it down, you cannot remove it. It's a contract bet and must remain there on the table until it either loses from a 7 out or it wins from getting the point number hit again. But with all your other bets on the table, you can just tell the dealer to take down my bet and he'll give it back and you can pick it up and put it in your tray. There are two sections, the don't pass and the don't come bets, that I'm not going to go into in this video. Both of these bets are usually labeled with black letters on the table and basically are for people who are betting with the house, hoping that the shooter will throw a 7 before the point or various numbers, which is the exact opposite of what all the other normal bets are hoping for. Maybe in another more advanced video I'll talk about the don't betting strategies. The field bet is a one-time roll, next shot only type of bet. It's an easy bet to play and understand. If you throw a $5 chip onto the field, you win on an even 1-to-1 bet if the next roll is any of those listed numbers, the 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, or 12, and it pays double for the 2, and in some casinos it even pays triple for the 12. But you lose your field bet if the next roll is a 5, 6, 7, or 8. And if you remember back to our dice combination chart, the 5, 6, 7, and 8 have the most common possible outcomes. So this is why most people do not play this particular bet due to the house advantage. The come bet is for a little more advanced playing strategy. We can go into it a little more in possibly another video, but basically it's like playing multiple pass line bets again. Once the point is set to a number and the puck is in the on position, then you can place a come bet. Now it's like playing the pass line again. The come bet will win with the 7 or 11 and lose with the craps number 2, 3, or 12. And if any other number is rolled, the dealer will move your bet up onto that specific number located up in the large numbered boxes above. Now for all the following rolls, you're hoping that the numbers will roll before 7 out rolls. So as you can see, if you keep placing multiple come bets, one after another, it is possible for you to cover several of the different numbers, hoping to be rolled a second time before the 7 is rolled. We'll look later at the specific payouts for the pass line and come bets, which pay different amounts depending on the specific number that was being rolled. Higher payout for numbers with harder odds of rolling, plus the option of placing odds bets along with the pass line and come bet. But we'll keep it simple for the moment. All these bets so far have been self-service type of bets, meaning that you personally can put your chips on the table and mark your bet. The dealer does not have to interact or move it anywhere for you. Now, all the following bets are ones that you must either toss or put down your chips and call out to the dealer or stickman what your specific bet is for. Then they'll place your chip in the appropriate place. Next are the place bets. This is also one of the most common bets that players do. This is where you can put down a bet for any specific number, the 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, or 10. These bets stay on until you lose with the 7, or until you have the dealer pull it down and give you back the money. Once the point has been determined and the puck is placed on a number, you can put down place bets on all those other numbers except the point number. There's no need to place a bet for the point number because your pass line bet is already covering that exact number and will win if it's rolled. Here's one tricky thing to remember. The 4, 5, 9, and 10 are in increments of $5 bets, but the 6 and 8 are in $6 increments. The reason is for that the payouts based on their odds of being rolled. Remember back to our dice combination chart. So the 4 and 10 pays $9 for every $5 bet. The 5 and 9 will pay you $7 for every $5 bet, and the 6 and 8 pay you $7 for every $6 bet. So that's your main betting area, identical on both sides of the table. Now, in the middle of the table in front of the stickman are the proposition bets, also known as prop bets. These are specialty bets and you can place as little as $1 on any of them. Since the odds of rolling these are much harder, the payouts are much greater, which is why it seems to attract many people to make those bets. The squares with the white dice are the hard way bets. Remember, that's when you roll doubles, so a hard 6, 8, 10, or 4. Let's say you place a hard way bet. You can throw a $1 chip toward the stickman and yell out, hard 10. He'll then put your chip into the box with the double 5s. Your bet will stay out there until you either win with a hard 10, the double 5s, or lose with an easy 10, which is the 6 and 4, or even lose if the dreaded 7 out is thrown. The hard 6 and the hard 8 will pay out 9-1, and the hard 10 and hard 4 will pay out $7 for every $1 bet. Located below the hard way bets are the one-time bets. These red-colored bets indicate that these bets are for the next roll only. So you can put down a $1 bet on the 2, 3, 11, or 12. Sometimes you'll see someone throw down 4 $1 chips and yell out, $4 horn, which means that their bet will cover all the horn numbers, the 2, 3, 11, and 12, for the next roll. And if the player is feeling generous, sometimes you'll see them throw down $5 chip and call out $4 horn and 1 for the boys, which means that the extra dollar is just going to be a bet for the dealers as a tip. Speaking of tips, always feel free to tip the dealers when you play. They're working hard for you and they totally appreciate the gestures. It's actually common to see people throw a $1 bet on the hard ways or horn bets, or even place it alongside on your pass line bet. They'll tend to cheer you on more to win when they get a little something too. Fun for everyone sort of thing. Or if you make a big payday, you can just drop them a few chips as a direct tip. So just don't forget your dealers. Anyway, the payouts for these one-time rolls are 15-1 for the 3 and 11. You might hear the dealer call out yo or yo 11, which is so nobody confuses the call of 11 with the dreadful 7. And 30-1 payout for the 2 and 12, which you may hear called as snake eyes for the 2 or boxcars for the 12. Also, you may hear the dealer call out 2 craps and 3 craps, since the 2 and 3 are known as crap numbers. But during the session, when the point number is set, those crap numbers are harmless. Now, the red C and E circles are also a one roll only bet. This is a bet on the 11 or on the any craps, which is the 2, 3, or 12. So depending on the dealer and how many other bets are crowding the table, they may put your chips on the actual E or in the box with the 11 showing on the red dice. It's the exact same bet. And the same goes for the craps in the circular C, or it may be placed at the very bottom where it says any craps. Again, it's the exact same bet. The any craps bet is the 2, 3, or 12 and pays out 7 to 1. And lastly, I'll quickly mention placing odds. When you make a pass line or come bet, the following roll, as long as it's not a come out roll, you can add an additional odds bet to those initial bets. They'll win and lose the same way as the main bet, but your odds will get paid more, closer to the true odds, when they win. The maximum amount that you can place down for your odds bet is determined by what number the point is. Most casinos offer their odds as 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, which means if you had a $5 bet on the pass line, if the point marked by the puck is a 4 or 10, your odds amount can be up to 3 times your pass line bet. So 3 times your $5 is a possible odds bet of up to $15. If the point is a 5 or a 9, your odds bet can be up to 4 times. And if the point is a 6 or 8, your odds can be up to 5 times your pass line bet, meaning up to $25. Remember, the pass line pays an even 1-to-1 payout if it wins, but for the odds bets, the 4 or 10 pays 2-to-1, the 5 and 9 pays 3-to-2, and with the 6 or 8 pays 6-to-5, which again, $5 on the pass line with another $15 or so behind the line for the odds is a much better payout than just putting it all on the pass line only and winning an even amount for your bet. Okay, we've covered a lot of material and I tried to keep the math to a minimum, but guess what? That's all there is to the game. You now know the basic fundamentals of how to play craps. Now, of course, there are various strategies for betting depending on your level of play, but you'll pick up more of those as you go. I want to pause and thank my dear friend Rose for hanging out and helping us with the craps table. You can find her on Instagram at CaliRose.SF. So if you enjoyed this video, learned some cool new things, or even just liked our guest dealer, give this video a like and subscribe for more fun stuff. In the next video, part 3 will take a look at a sample roll with some basic common betting. We'll see you at the table in the next video.